On the last time of Dungeons and Dragons, Grave of Man, we found ourselves back inside the fortress. After having battled numerous foes, we discovered odd contraptions, decided to pull a couple levers, and what do you know? It closed up the bridge and opened up the pathway that we weren't able to break through before. It was then that we encountered a trio of wizards. Two were brothers, and one was odd and liked to eat rocks. After curing one of his illness, it turns out that they've actually been in the city for a while and trying to subsist off of whatever food they could find, and that one just managed to eat poison food. We're able to learn from them about what became of the Mages District and the nobles. It turns out that the nobles have fallen to some kind of cult, become the squid-like entities that we keep seeing, and much of the mages have been destroyed. In no small part with the assistance of the druids and everyone else that wants Zag'noth destroyed. It was then that we decided to rummage through some of the quarters that would have belonged to the battle mages, including Hector. And we rummaged through his items and belongings, only to find that one of the rooms had been repurposed into a pool of water. It was from that hole in the earth, that watery abyss, that came forth another tentacled monstrosity. Suddenly, much to our surprise, Drez became a dragon once more. Or, well, that was actually the first time we ever saw him be turned into a dragon, but he told us that this had occurred before. But he was against us. He was our foe, our enemy. I figured that he was probably charmed and decided to do a counter charm on him, but whether it was because of the charm or a stroke of luck, roll the dice, he was able to break free. However, the creature turned its attentions towards me, casting the same insidious spell. I couldn't resist, and now I find myself somewhere else after having been dragged down into the cold waters below.
So, Lauren, you are underwater. It's dark. It's blue here because I'm lazy and I don't feel like putting a black background down. This is the default color. But,
it's immensely dark water.
Yeah, it's dark water. Let me check something. Okay, cool. I can mess with this stuff on my second monitor. So you're floating by yourself. Now, the last thing you really remember was that you were somewhere where you really shouldn't have been, and then something that how do I describe it? It's a feeling of it's a presence that you have felt before, you have seen before. It's familiar to you.
Mm-hmm.
It knows you. You know it, though you've never spoken to this thing before. But you have been in its presence, and you know it. And as your existence touches it, you feel a solidarity, kind of with the universe. With it's like if you could feel the world, except for there's not just one world, but there's thousands. And the connection to the one that you're on maybe is a bit tenuous at best, but there's your home back on the elemental plane of water. You feel connected to that very clearly. You feel connected to a great number of other places that you can't say you've ever been to before. But for the moment, you specifically feel connected to this presence. And it's not overriding you.
Okay.
It more just feels like, it is your friend, and it needs your help.
Hello? Who's there?
Let me try and figure out a voice for this thing. Problem is, I want to give it that, yeah. Well, I could. Yes. Hello.
You're really using that voice?
Yes.
It sounds so skeezy.
It's so skizzy.
Where am I? What do you want with me?
You are in the abyss, a subsection of it. Just a tiny little section, just for us. just for right now. Or if you want to be more specific, it's a prison, I guess.
A prison? Meant for who?
For you. For me. For, well, everyone eventually, I suppose.
Eventually. Is this death?
No. No, you are very much alive, little one.
Alive, but what is this water? This isn't the plane of water, is it?
Well, you're in transit, I would say. I'm having to bring you through back channels. There's well, there are forces at work, and I figured I'd take you the slow route here.
What's threatening you then?
Oh, wouldn't you love to know? Well, I guess you've already met them. You've already met everyone. Here, one moment. You open your eyes,
Mm-hmm.
and you're here.
Oh.
Scroll over to find you.
Crystal Land, and don't tell me that's the thing that's talking to me, is it?
It is.
My God.
Oh,
It is monstrously
It's
large.
a deep sea fangly fish.
Yeah, it's a So, Alarin, you know what these things are. And if you weren't,
Leviathans.
yeah, it's actually my iteration of like an aboleth. But it's big. It's bigger than any that you've ever seen before. And it would be horrifying if you weren't currently being mind controlled by it.
Are you a Leviathan?
No. I suppose that you would know me by the name of the Beast. Though I think that's a bit of an inaccurate statement.
The beast?
But we'll go with that.
Why would anyone call you a beast?
I mean,
Bat my eyelashes.
why don't you go ask your pet necromancer?
Oh, so you know about Vivi?
I know about Vivi. I've known about Vivi for, well, longer than your kind has ever existed.
But aren't you related to her somehow? One of these inevitables?
Inevitables. You think that's what I am? No. No. I actually wrote this down so I know exactly kind of what to say. Come on, Google Docs, load. I've got 50 pages written of notes, and it's a problem. I've written more for this campaign than I have for NaNoWriMo. It's terrible. Okay. Let's see. Yes, she is no inevitable. Well, maybe if you could call one, but if that's what you would call her, then she would be a lesser one. She's hardly powerful. Not like the true inevitables. No, she is just a doll with big dreams and big plans, and nothing more.
Would you count yourself among the inevitables?
No, hardly. I'm a, oh, how to put it in simple words. I am the ruler of 1,000 dimensions, the lord of order and unity.
Order and unity. So, guessing from all of this magenta-colored liquid that you reside in, are you behind the crystals?
No, hardly. The crystals are my prison. 1,000 dimensions, and this one just happened to have something that could contain me, if only for a blink of an eye, I suppose.
Interesting. So, you go from one plane of existence to the next, and...
Yes, bringing them together. It's what I do.
Huh.
And someone took notice. They saw me for my blessings, and saw what they could do with them, and so, well, here I am. So I haven't drawn it, I should have, but he actually has, like, huge crystal spears stabbing into his carapace and, like, all over his body, and they're anchored to the rocks around him.
Are you... So, you're shackled here?
Well, duh.
That's a little succinct, but,
I'm sorry, I'm trying to lower myself to the vernacular of your language.
Right. So who did this to you?
Why, that high cultist and his pet warlock.
A high cultist?
Yes. Well, I mean, I suppose he was the high priest once upon a time, but let's call him for what he is.
Did he have a mask like this? I pull out the six-eyed mask.
No, no, no. Well, maybe, I don't know. If he did, I did not see it. All I saw was his gross, pink, fleshy face. Right before he cut my perfect skin and drank my blood.
How could I assume he's human, right? How could such an insignificant being such as a human possibly do this to you? Is it for the crystal?
No. They cut me so they could take even just the smallest ounce of my power. Then they sealed me away down here to act as a glorified blood bag for them.
Oh, these so does the blood become the crystal that they use?
No, my blood taints the crystal. That's why it is the color that it is.
Ah, I
Well,
see.
taints would be the word you use. I would say it enhances it.
They're using it to vivify. Well, I don't know if they are necessarily vivifying
What?
corpses with
Vivifying corpses. It does more than that. You've been drinking my blood this whole time.
What?
You notice your health potions have kind of a weird tint to them, as something that you have never noticed before. What, did you think those health potions grew on trees? No, they've been bleeding me dry for almost 2 years now.
Only 2 years?
I mean, an insignificant amount of time, I suppose. But for me, who's been free all my life, these past 2 years have been truly, truly hellish.
But how could they do this to you if they're just simple sorcerers?
Simple sorcerers, backed by people who know things that they shouldn't know. Knowledge is power, and sometimes you stumble upon a secret or two that makes you the most powerful thing in existence, even if you yourself couldn't harm a fly.
So they're essentially keeping you here for your magical sustenance, health potions, and taking
Girl,
over
if
Zag'noth.
you could take a piece of a god and become all-powerful, would you? Maybe you're a
Probably not.
bad example, but they did. And that's what they do. They grant bits of power that they've stolen from me.
And if there was a way to free you, what would you do?
Well, that's actually quite simple. You see, you might have actually, been paying attention. We've met before, if you recall, down in those damnable mines.
Oh.
Yes, that was me, mining away for them, doing menial little tasks that their dainty little hands couldn't do for them.
Oh, well, I'm sorry I threw those bomb orbs at you.
I mean, doesn't really hurt me. I'm pretty much immortal, after all.
So, how are they able to cut into you in the first place?
With a knife. Actually, you seem to have one yourself.
This was something that I acquired from a dwarven, hidden compartment of sorts?
Yes, that would be one of a very, very small subset of daggers. I think there are only 2 remaining. Don't let them know you have that. That would be bad.
So if you're trapped here, how is it that you're able to reach into our world without their noticing?
Oh, they know. I I have been moving quietly. I mean, for all they know right now, you are just a difficult thrall going through the throes of your re-education before joining them up there. He, kind of wiggles a tentacle up towards the ceiling, which is kind of just inky blackness at this point.
They take on numerous thralls? What other manner of beings have you seen come through here?
Hundreds, thousands. Almost any living thing left in this city has been before me at this point. They use me as a tool to rewrite their minds, bind them to their will, using me.
And is that the fate that will befall me?
No, you're, shall we say, special. I've only seen 3 like you so far, and I've done my best to shield you, at least as best as possible. The previous one they wisened up to, so we don't have much time.
The previous one, did any of these beings carry the name of Tethos?
No, I know that name, but not on this plane.
Okay. Well, thank you. So, they believe that I'm somehow under their control.
Yes.
But you want
even
me...
now, if you felt you could maybe bridge the gap, but I wouldn't recommend it. They're stronger than you or I.
Well,
at least right now.
Mm-hmm. So, where will I go? What am I to do here?
Well, see, that's the question. You are in my personal audience chamber. Normally they just ship you off and bind you in crystal, but I brought you here myself. And I have a mission for you. You see, I've grown quite weary of being these lesser creatures' plaything, their tool. And so I need you to let me out.
Well, would one method be, say, breaking the crystals that are currently binding you?
No, they are, you try that and they'd probably notice you. No, I need you to go right to the source. You know that great big crystal you managed to steal from their noses? Well, they have another one down here, just outside of my reach. I feel like they put it there to taunt me, to put the key just outside of where I can touch. And that is going to be where you come in. You and that other one, the hairy one.
Greg?
Yes, I do not believe. I know you are acquainted. And I do believe he is, waiting for you, of a sort. Now, they brought him into the abyss too, and I plucked him out of their grasp. I will admit, I may have been a bit of a misstep, but I could sense his rebellious nature, and I figured I could use it to my advantage, much like I'm trying to do with you now. Unfortunately, they caught wind of that, and they've imprisoned in crystal, just south of us right now.
So, what should I do to maintain the facade of being their thralls or your thrall? They intend to make me theirs, correct?
At this point, I do not believe they trust me. Not like they used to. So, the easiest and best way for you to maintain the facade is to kill them all.
Oh. So, leave no witnesses.
Yes, that would be preferable, yes.
Okay, got that. But, you still never answered that one question of mine, my one query about what you intend to do once freed.
Well, go back to what I always do. I unify. I bring everyone together.
What happens when planes come together?
Well, what happens when everybody shares one mind, one sense of right and wrong? It's harmony. It's a utopia. It's truly, truly wonderful.
Well, I I suppose it's similar to what we Tritons face every day in fighting against the Leviathans.
Yes, I knew of your plight back when it was still raging. I think you're due for a return home when you get the chance.
Do people still retain a sense of self?
Yes, of course. I mean, you retain one now. You just know my true intentions. And you do. You can sense he has been telling you the truth this entire time.
Mm-hmm.
And that there is a almost staggering amount of benevolence radiating from his horrifying fucking face.
Yeah, well, his words definitely do sound enticing. I mean, poor victimized god beast interdimensional thing. Yeah. But I suppose I shouldn't be pitying something so immense.
No, you still pity him.
That's probably his intention.
Yes. If you weren't bound to his will, I'd say you could question these things, but there's some amount of dictation that you don't even realize is going on here. Apart from metagame knowledge of, like, you're a D&D character not being mind-controlled.
Mm-hmm.
But time is of the essence. They're already moving to see my latest acquisition, and, well, I think it's time you take care of that problem before it, well, comes back to bite you in the fins.
All right. Well, I do have a number of tricks up my sleeve, so I will attempt to find Greg, beat our way through their throngs, and then is the ultimate goal to face the cultist himself, or
No, hardly. You're nowhere near strong enough for that. No, all I need you to do is go find another one of those great big crystals that I already know you know what they are.
Oh, right, the power source.
And I need you to break it.
All right. Well, I've done it once before.
Yes, you're quite good at crystal theft, crystal breaking. Let's add crystal arson to that list. It's about time.
I look over my spell list. I don't really have any way to.
You notice there's some, like, extra spells in there? I mean, you don't really have a screen for it, but you got Fireball.
Oh.
And, like, Eldritch Blast. There's a couple of things while you're tied to this guy that you can do. We'll get to that when you get there.
Can I have the Hunger of Hanar or whatever it's called?
Is that the one where you just tentacle slap people?
Well, so there's the tentacle slapping one, but then there's also the creating
a
void-like fissure of slimy, milky white tentacles that brush up against people.
You cannot cast healing spells while you're like this, but you can cast that, Vampiric Touch, a couple other things.
Ew. Okay.
Now, I do so love chatting with lesser beings, but, well, right now your death approaches, and I think you best hop to it.
My death?
Well, I mean, if they catch you talking here with me, well, they'll gut you like a fish and continue to gut me slowly.
All right. Well, I'm on to it. Greater invisibility. Poof. And I become invisible.
Okay. So you are straight up invisible. How long does that last?
Aw. Wait, really? It's only a minute?
Well, you got a minute to go do things.
I thought that this was one of those things that could last like an hour or something. Or is that the other invisibility spell?
The other one might last longer. Greater invisibility lets you attack and cast spells. Oh, yes. One thing to note, you are connected to this guy, and you will be for the foreseeable future. You have other bonuses, so you will heal 1 HP per round while you're down here.
Oh, okay.
And you also get spells back. 1 spell point per, like, I don't know, let's say 5 rounds.
Oh, Okay.
And you can also, like, stack concentration spells. Because you can hear his voice in your head, and, like, there's no reason why you need to be in front of him to talk to him at this point.
Okay. Well, I make haste. Shwoo.
I'd tell you to be wary, but, well, invisibility was a good trick. So you are more or less walking on this, like, strange kind of set of stone pathways. And as you get closer, you kind of enter out into this big, open platform.
Okay. Can I see the entirety of the platform?
Yeah, so you can... I'm not zoomed in enough, so I'm, like, doing it piecemeal. But you actually see some familiar faces, and not so familiar faces. There's actually quite a number of these guys. I haven't properly filled them out yet.
Okay, so I see Greg and Crystal.
You see Greg and Crystal, who is
Minotaurs.
like kind of... Oh, wait, that's the wrong one. Who's like fused to the pillar. And there's a whole bunch of these guys just kind of strewn about. Oops. And they look to be on guard. There's other people bound in crystal in this area, but you do not immediately recognize any of them.
Okay. Well, that's a lot
Yeah, so there's a lot of them.
more than I thought.
So the half squid people look just like that. They look like people that are kind of halfway between human and the tentacle people that you've seen up until now. Actually, I think I would say there's two of the like overseer looking guys with this as
Okay,
well.
do they still have crystals on them?
No. So none of them have crystals except for the Minotaurs, who you recognize as Crash
And Smash.
Crash and Smash, who their wounds seem to have kind of crystallized over, and they look kind of undead.
Whoa, squid guys
Ish.
too?
Yeah, so these are the overseers. They're just kind of hanging out and watching as stuff is going on.
Okay. Well, let's see. What to do? I suppose if I'm still cloaked, that's probably going to run out, like, not too...
It didn't
long
take
from
too
now.
long. You've got about half a minute before it runs out.
Okay. Yeah, anything is there? Okay, that's fine. So I will cast Shatter. And that is... It's a 10-foot radius sphere. So I think I'm actually going to... Oh, range 60 feet? That's not good. 5, 10... Wait, that's actually a great distance. So, would I be able to cast it on Greg?
Here? You'd be able to hit Greg. Is Shatter's 10 foot?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you see my ruler thing?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you'd be
Okay.
able to hit Greg and which one is that? Let's see.
Crash.
Crash is the tan one.
Yeah.
And actually apparently the brown one was originally Bash, but I guess he's Smash. I should rename that while we're here.
I thought it was Smash and Crash.
I remember
Yeah.
Crash and Bash.
Oh, really? Huh.
Well, I like Smash and Crash I think a little bit better. So we're going to go Smash and Crash, and if that's wrong then
I like those two. Yeah.
yeah. Okay, there we go. I've properly named them.
Okay, well I'll cast Shatter so that it gets these guys.
Okay. So you're gonna hit Crash as part of this. Do you makes a reflex save?
They have to make Constitution savings throws.
Oh, okay.
And remember, crystal beings have disadvantage.
You're right.
And it is 3 die 8. Thunder.
I like 5e's like monster manual thing, but it doesn't actually include saves, which is really weird. Okay. Well, he fails.
Okay, so that means he takes the full brunt of it.
Yes. Let me do this.
And it should smash crystal that's like as like part of inanimate objects too. So that should hopefully destroy the barrier that's keeping Greg?
Yeah. So, Greg, you have had one hell of a day. You were chucked into a portal by your former best friend, fell through a void between space and time, plucked out of it by a giant tentacle, talked to for a while, made a failed escape attempt, which didn't work so great, and then some assholes threw you in what looked to be liquid crystal, and that's about where everything stopped. Except for now, because you are shattered free from the crystal that has been trapping you this entire time. And you are back.
Booyah! Greg back. Hell yeah. Let's smash some skulls.
Okay. So you, for starters, you still feel that annoying whispering in the back of your mind that you've been ignoring as best as possible. And you also see some friends that you thought you killed. Probably. I don't entirely know what Greg remembers from everything before being depossessed. So I'll let you kind of take the reins on that one.
Okay. Is there like a turn order? Or
yeah, we should roll initiative.
Okay.
Everybody roll initiative because Alarn got her turn.
Okay.
But I was in stealth.
Let's do.
Yeah, so
we're
you
just
still
gonna roll Dex as initiative now.
Yeah.
Oh, what? Why'd I roll 2 dice?
I don't know.
Oh, if it's a new character
23.
sheet, it automatically rolls 2 for It automatically rolls 2 for advantage or disadvantage. It's a setting you can turn off, or you can just not.
How do I turn that off?
I don't know. I might actually be able to do it for you. Let me check the character sheet. Roll type. Roll 1 die 20. There we go. Try rolling again. See if it works. Yep, there you go.
Yeah, okay, that looks good.
Okay.
Right.
Let's see. So, by the way, Alarn, I don't know if you were injured, but you're not anymore.
Okay. Oh yeah, I was at about half health.
Yeah, so you're feeling better.
Yeah,
You're actually feeling...
You'll have to manually enter my initiative at 21.
Okay.
Because I leveled up, how much more health would I have? I had 52 last time.
Oh yeah, I should probably assign you proper token control.
Mm-hmm.
Greg represents Greg Geknu, that, and there we go. I think there we go. See if you can move the token.
Yeah.
Okay.
How much health would I have now?
I'm
1 level higher.
Yeah, I add 5 plus your Constitution, I believe.
Okay. And Constitution modifier. Okay.
Okay. Let's see. So, that's weird. There's like a name for oh, it's because I added the name in the character token. I should not have done that.
Neato.
Yeah. So if I do that, it adds a name below the initiative order, which I shouldn't do because it gets kind of weird looking. All right. So as you burst forth from the crystal that constrains you, pretty much nobody is looking your way, except for maybe Smash, who has just been like blasted hard. How much damage did you do with that?
I think only 11.
Yeah. Okay, so he looks
13, sorry.
Stunned. By the fact that effectively Greg just exploded next to him. He was kind of under the assumption that Greg was on ice for good. But not so much. Okay. There we go. Okay, so Greg, you are free. You see some former friends that you owe a fair bit of money to, and they look uglier than the last time you saw them. What do you do?
Do I still have my long ass arms?
Yo, yeah, you got your long ass arms.
All right. They call him Smash. Let's introduce him to a real Smash. Boom.
You miss.
All right. Extra attack. Didn't think I couldn't do that, huh? Oh.
Aw.
I go up and I don't know. I just get closer. Not exactly how I wanted it to go, but you know, it's chalk it up to old crystallitis.
All right. Lauren, you have freed your friend. You think he's your friend. You're really kind of confused on who's who from the past. But he kind of whiffs it at Smash's butt several times and then just kind of stands there awkwardly. What do you do?
Well, is my invisibility gone yet?
7
Nope.
both times.
How many more rounds will it be up?
You have 5 rounds left of invisibility.
Ooh. Nice. Well, I can't use anything that has concentration then. And I probably shouldn't use anything that will draw attention to myself.
Yes. So
I can't use
psychic
vicious
attacks
mockery.
or spells that aren't like projectiles. So fireball would be bad because that's a thing that comes from where you are. But you have to have spells that maybe aren't as noticeable. The one thing is you're going to have to make stealth checks to cast quietly. Because you may be invisible, but they can still hear you casting spells. Unless it doesn't have a somatic component, then you're all good. Or a verbal component. Somatic is using your hands, I believe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, unfortunately, the majority of my abilities are concentration spells.
Well,
So-
remember, just told you that. While you are telepathically bound.
Wait, really?
Yes.
I'm bound to the dude, it doesn't matter?
Yeah, he's helping you pull double duty on those.
Okay. Well, I suppose I should try this new spell out. I will summon spirit guardians.
Okay, that's an aura around you, correct?
Yes. So, oh, wait a minute. Then I'm going to be visible. Or at least I'm not
Yeah,
going to be visible.
it would be pretty obvious that there's a cloud of moving ghosts going around.
Oh, well.
So you're not doing that?
I mean, I suppose if I have... any of them wearing armor?
No. Smash and Crash pretty much are just wearing loincloths. They're mostly just covered in crystal. Like where they've taken injuries. It looks like they're, tough as a result.
Well,
And then I guess the little guys are wearing armor. Why? Were you considering heat metal or something?
yeah, but I think I'm going to do something else. So
Okay.
since I have another concentration spell slot that I can use, I am going to create a wall of water. And it can be a 20 diameter ring. So
Okay.
I'm going to... what would be nice? I'm going to hem in maybe these guys. The sorcerers might be able to dispel it, though. Or I could do it around the thralls. 20 diameter. That's not much. I'm just going to hem these guys off.
Okay. So, wall of water, anyone that... Okay. Wall is difficult terrain. Any ranged weapon attack that enters the space has a disadvantage. Fire is halved. Spells that deal cold damage that pass through. Freeze section solid. Okay. Gotcha. So you've pretty much just put them in a wall of water.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't say that they can't... Okay, it's difficult terrain, so they can still walk through it if they wanted to. Okay. That's your turn. So they are going to walk through
Phooey.
and walk through. And they are confused and upset. You don't hear a word. That's the creepy thing about all of this. It seems like they're on a different... Actually, no, you do hear words. They're on the same network as you. But like a different channel. So it's kind of like a
Interesting.
weird buzzing whenever they talk, and they like kind of move their hands. And they are going to. What would they do? They want to put Greg back down because he shouldn't be awake. None of this is okay. They're very confused. Sleep. 5 die 8. That's not nearly enough to take Greg down. They are going to... Wait, how does this work? Alright, sure. Greg, make a constitution check.
Hey, that's what I'm proficient in.
Alright, you, make another one.
Why not?
Alright.
Oh, even higher. Who
You
would've
keep
thought
your
of
feet
that
on the
coming?
ground. You feel like you feel like somebody is trying to lift you up into the sky. But you are a very ground-bound kind of dude, and you keep your feet planted. And the two sorcerers look kind of pissed because if they could levitate you, they could just chuck you into the water and drown you. That didn't work. Anyway, so Crash and Smash, kind of in unison, are gonna turn towards you, and you're not sure if you owe them money anymore because you're not sure if they understand the concept of debt. They are kind of freaky looking. Like, you guys had done quite a number on them when you'd fought them. You know, it looks like blunt force trauma to the head, slashes, fire, all sorts of stuff. And all of the wounds that you had inflicted upon them seem to have kind of been overwritten and like kind of the gaps filled in by crystal. And they make kind of these like creaking, clacking noises at each other. And contrary to their names, Crash is going to try and hit you, and Smash is going to try and charge you. Let's see.
All right.
So, what's your armor class?
20.
Okay. How do they even hit? Oh. They're bad. Okay. So Crash bludgeons himself into the pillar behind you. Give me a high or a low.
Low.
Okay. Well, I guess that's not what I meant to roll, but that's high. Okay, so he kind of just bounces off awkwardly and takes 2 damage. Okay. And Smash is going to try and hit you. Which he does. Okay. Now you have the same healing effect that Alarn has, but it's a little bit stronger because you're less spellcasty and more. So it's like 2 HP, maybe 3. Let's go 3.
Right. Okay.
I'm sending a lot at you guys, but
3 is gonna help.
you guys are connected to a buried god, so you have at least some amount of bolstered abilities. So you get smacked around by a big crystallized club-like fist, and it smarts. Could have smarted a lot worse. Those were terrible rolls, but still. Okay, and then the little guys. Man, what do they do? So the little like half-turn guys are actually wearing armor. They seem to be wearing chainmail, and they have swords and shields. They look like the soldiers that you had been maybe not finding in the keep. Looks like you found them. They are not. What? They do not have the like exposed skulls that I was kind of implying in the model. That was the other type of. I didn't have enough time to make a non-undead version of these guys. Let's see. So they know there's a spellcaster, but the spellcaster's invisible. So they're going to group up and move upwards. More or less, they kind of like spread themselves out, and they're going to try and suss you out just by running into you. They get real close.
That's too close for comfort.
That is very close for comfort. And then these are going to go this way. They seem to be... They don't know where you are, so they're just going in every direction. And they spread out. Okay. Greg, it's your turn again.
Oh, baby. All right. So, first I get a little healed up. I assume I hear that dead god yammering away in the back of my head.
Yeah, he kind of sounds like...
I assume he's probably a little bit mad that I called him a dead god when he's not even dead. But, I got a bigger fish to fry. Crash, I don't have any money left for you, but if I do, hell, I'm not paying it back anytime soon.
All right, you give him the what for, and you do not get the reroll. So that's you're going for Crash.
Which one's Crash?
Tan's Crash.
Smash is in the...
And Brown
I
is...
was doing Smash.
Okay, you're going for Smash.
Yep.
Okay. Okay, so you hit Smash. Fuck, I'm getting it wrong now. But yeah. Okay, so you hit Smash for 15. And Lauren, it's your turn. You are surrounded.
No,
you get a second attack.
Extra
Roll both
attacks.
next time.
Extra attacks.
And you miss.
Well, okay, Lauren turn.
Okay, really?
Yep.
Well, I'm gonna...
They are effectively, they are walking directly towards you in kind of a flying, not so flying V.
Okay, well, I'm gonna dispel the wall of water because it's no use to me now. That way it'll free me up for another constitution spell. Or not constitution spell. Concentration spell. Okay. These guys do have metal, but I can only influence one at a time. The problem is if I do use Spirit Guardians, which is so tempting, then I'm going to give away my cover. But at this point, if I don't retreat, then I give away my cover. I couldn't possibly, like, slip between...
You can make a stealth check to get around them if you want to.
Okay.
Or an acrobatics and a stealth check to jump over them.
Let's see. What do I have better proficiency in? I suppose I have to use stealth either way. Well, try it. Stealthing.
Okay. Let's see. Okay. They do not notice your passage. Where are you going?
Let's see. I'm going to be going to the right or to the left.
Oops, that's not what I meant to show everybody.
Huh?
Oh,
I
his stream.
just got a message from a friend and it opened up in the wrong window. And
Hi, bird.
It looks like a little Wookiee engaging in some sort of activity.
From the Christmas special?
I don't know.
Yeah, it's
I don't
from
like
the Christmas special.
I imagine a lot of people are really confused as to what just happened. Well, there you go.
Okay.
Anyway,
I'm gonna scoot over here. Figure I might want to take the little guys out first. And I'm going to use... Let's see. Don't want to use that one, that one, that one. The problem is a lot of my attack abilities would actually give away where I am at the moment. I'm going to cast Tasha's Hideous Laughter on one of the sorcerers.
Okay. So that's wisdom?
Wisdom.
He succeeds.
Ah, darn it. Why do I even try? They probably have high wisdom if they're spellcasters.
Yeah.
I suppose I can't do anything else in my turn,
Nope.
so
All right.
it's over.
Smash and Crash, seeing as they don't have better things to do, they're going to start wailing on Greg and miss both times. Well, that's all right. And so these guys are going to continue this direction because they're still looking for you. These guys are going to go the opposite direction. Make another stealth check, by the way, for casting. Because you still have to say words.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Oh, you're fine.
Yeah.
You remember to say them really quietly.
Yes. You are quite quiet about your spellcasting. A horrible laugh. Because I think it's like you laugh and then they have to laugh along or something like that. Okay, well, that was largely ineffective. So half of them have already kind of like removed themselves from the situation. However, it's your turn, Greg.
What did the warlocks do?
You
Yeah.
know what? They didn't do anything. Let me fix that. They are... Make a wisdom save.
Oh, hell no, I'm not wise. Oh, no.
Oh
Am I
no!
ever?
And he completely failed.
Okay. So you, Greg, you are struck by a horrible, unshakable sense of dread and are forced to flee. Oh yeah, he moved closer to you to cast this. Flee 30 feet in the opposite direction of this guy.
Hang on.
They're trying to send him into the water.
Let's see. Yeah, this is about 30 feet. All right. Gotta go.
But are you behind the pillar? Because that would break the line of
Yeah,
sight. I don't
so
know.
more so you kind of squirrel yourself away behind the pillar and you're shaking in your boots and cannot move towards him. So that will be your turn. And the other guy is going to cast... The other guy is actually going to cast See Invisibility.
Oh? Do I have to roll against it, or he just automatically sees
I
it?
believe he just automatically sees you. Let's see what the range is. Range self. For the duration, invisible objects are... Okay. Yeah, so he can see you now. You notice the other guy kind of start taking steps in your direction. I think that's a reasonable distance. Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Let's see. So that's that. So Greg, your turn was spent running away. Well frightened, they must make it take the dash action, move away, safest route. Wait, what's dash? Because dash might be double your distance.
I think it's double distance.
Yeah, it is.
And until you just move until you break line of sight, and you have to take a double move to do it.
Okay. If the creature ends its turn in a location where it doesn't have line of sight to you, the creature can make a wisdom savings throw. On a successful save... So yeah, you pretty much just dash around the pillar and are quaking in your boots. Oh.
Well, I take at the end of my turn do my wisdom throw.
Okay, yeah, so...
Fear is the mind killer. Shall not fear, shall not want. That's in the Bible. Ah, hell. I should have gone to church more.
How long does fear last? Minute. Alright. I think fear is concentration, though, right? Yes. Okay. So, Alarin, you know enough about the fear spell to know that the other... Whoops. What? That is not the right... Oh, yeah, this is the right page. I'm just a little bit north. Okay. So... you know that the other guy is casting fear on Greg and has him locked down on the opposite side, and you also have one coming after you.
Okay. I will probably cast Shatter on these guys.
Who?
Those guys.
Oh.
Oh, wait, no, I'm too far away unless I run past the other guy.
What's
Yeah,
the
you're
range
way
on
too
Shatter?
far.
60?
60 feet.
60,
Yeah.
so I need to get closer.
Yeah, you are... if you move 4 tiles closer, you can 4, 5. 5 tiles closer. So if you go stand next to the other squid mage, you can cast it.
Okay, I suppose. Okay, so I
Alright.
can cast that. They're gonna have to make Constitution savings throws.
Okay.
And
So
that one guy gets disadvantage.
yeah. So he fails, and then the squizzard also fails.
Okay, so they each take 10 damage.
And then he makes another one. But he manages to keep his concentration.
He kept his concentration.
Yep.
Now, can I also do an attack action against this squid
No,
guy?
you cannot.
That's so it's either spell or
Yeah.
attack. Okay.
Yeah, you have 2 actions: move and do something.
Move and shatter. That's what I did.
Okay.
Okay.
So that's their turn. So the Fear Squizzard is gonna do. What's he gonna do? I'm trying to.
Nothing's working out for me.
Huh.
I'm sad. Okay.
That's interesting.
Hmm?
Mind flayers are not listed on the Mind flayers are not listed on the Roll20 site. Well, that sucks. I was kind of relying on
Look up Illithid. They're like practically the same, aren't they?
Well, Illithid is the greater race, so
Oh.
let me see. Yeah, that's the Mind Flayer race. Well, this is dumb. 1 second. The Roll20 site has like half of the monsters, but it's random which ones it has, and that annoys me. Luckily, Minotaurs and Mind Flayers are on the same page, so I guess this works out just about as well as it possibly could have. Okay, so Mind Flayer 1. All right. How many turns in a minute? There's 10 rounds per minute. Okay.
Oh, I forgot I recover the 3 health.
Yes, you do.
Okay.
So you've recovered 6 total since you got hit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they have... Okay. So both of you guys are going to need to make intelligence checks.
Okay.
Okay.
Against what?
As you were
Mind
assaulted
playing.
by psychic power.
Ooh. Oh.
Okay.
Calculus.
All right. So, Greg, you are fine, and you get an immediate savings throw on your fear,
Oh.
which is wisdom.
Fear is the mind killer. Damn it.
Nope.
It's killing my mind.
Okay. Alarin, you take 13 damage
Ouch.
as you get a real bad headache, and you are stunned.
Just for one turn, or?
For the next 10 rounds, but you get a savings throw at the end of each of your turns.
Ouch.
Yep. So, let's see. So then Smash and Crash are going to round the pillar, kind of in unison. They're just going to start wailing on you. You can fight them, but you have disadvantage on your attacks until you lose that fear. Miss and also miss.
Yeah, you can't touch this. I don't know the words.
Yeah, Minotaurs would be much scarier.
If they didn't suck.
Yeah. Your challenge rating 3. I guess I probably should have upgraded them. I mainly just gave them a toughness boost as opposed to really increasing their their offensive capabilities, which makes total sense considering they're just kind of weird reanimated minotaurs. Okay, and now the zombies. Well, not the zombies. These are the hybrid soldiers. Let's see, 3, 6. Okay, they're gonna start more or less rushing to your position. There we go. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so they're running after you. So both of you guys. So I'm gonna change this a little bit just because I realize how kind of broken this is. You get your savings throws at the beginnings of your turns, at least for now. Normally not, but for now you do.
Okay.
Okay.
Otherwise, I just realized you might just die because
we can't.
We
do
never
anything.
take any actions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
2 mind flayers hitting you with nonstop CC is actually really painful. Luckily, there are cooldowns on them. So, Greg, you just have to save for fear. You can still take an action. And Alarin, you can save against your stun.
Okay,
All right.
so
Is it my turn then?
It's your guys' turn, kind of in sequence. So just roll and
Okay.
what's the
we'll
save
figure it out.
for though? Which
Int.
stat? And so it's the intelligence again.
Fierce the mind killer. I shall
Okay.
not want. Oh, come on. Ah, man,
All right.
so goddamn scary.
You are very scared of squids right now. The idea of sashimi has you quaking in your boots. Is that not sashimi? No, not sashimi. Ah, shit. What's the
Calamari.
calamari? There we go. Sorry, was thinking of Geek Remix again. Blame them. Okay, so Greg, you have disadvantage on your attacks, but you can fight back.
Can I cast spells?
Yes, you can cast spells.
All right. We're gonna introduce them to a new little toy. Just because I've been trapped in crystal doesn't mean I also didn't learn magic somehow. God gave it to me. Scorching ray. Oh wait, I didn't have this.
Scorching nothing.
All right, let's look this up.
Scorching ray.
Make a ranged
3
spell
rays
attack
of
for each
fire.
ray.
Yep.
I can roll them at 3 targets. I'm gonna do.
So roll 6 die 20, and we'll see how
Alright.
this goes.
Is that how it goes? 6 die 20?
Don't you mean 3?
Yeah,
No,
you mean-
because
If
you
he's
have
doing 3
disadvantage.
bolts?
You're
Oh.
scared as shit, so your aim is kind of
So
shaky
you're
with the
taking
scorching
3
rays.
worst? Is that how it's going, or?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, he'll have to do it that way. That's
And who are you aiming for?
I can split it up. So 3 on crash.
Okay. Crash or smash? You've been hitting smash so far.
3 on smash then.
Okay.
Okay. I'm just gonna roll all 6 at once and just take the bottom 3.
'Kay.
Screw it.
Okay. So you miss, you hit, and you hit. So
Alright.
roll 4 die 8. Or 4 die 6. Sorry, it's a die 6,
Yes,
not a die 8.
4 die 6. Yep. Scorching.
You know, whenever I say like 4 die 6, I'm expecting like a whole hell of a lot of damage. And then I remember, no, never mind. I always had that problem with Fireball. I'm like, I'm going to cast Fireball. I cast it, it's like 10 die 6. And I'm like, it does 20 damage. Shit. All right.
All right.
And Lauren, you do free yourself from your stun. So you can avoid the tentacles that are starting to like reach for your face.
Okay. Well, I'm going to summon my guardian spirits. Finally.
Okay.
I call forth spirits to protect me. They flit around me at a distance of 15 feet for the duration. If you're good or neutral, their spectral form appears angelic or fey. They're probably going to look like little fairy dragons. How about that?
Little fish.
No,
It's like
they're going to be
a
fairy
bunch of little
dragons.
flying fish just hopping around out of the. No. Okay.
Flying sea
There's just
serpents.
fish flopping on the ground
Fine.
dangerously. Help!
I can
Help!
designate any number of creatures to not be affected by it, so it'll be Greg.
Aquaman's powers are very useless on land.
And An affected creature's speed is halved in the area, and when the creature enters the area for the first time or starts its turn there, it must make a wisdom savings throw. On failed saves, they take 3d8.
Okay.
Etc. So I need to get an aura around myself.
Done. Okay.
Oh, but I want it to be pretty.
Fine. Can you change your colors for it?
Wing!
Oh, yep. There you go.
It's going to be
Okay.
purple
So
phase.
anything that enters the area or...
Starts its turn.
Okay. And it has to make a savings throw?
Wisdom savings throw, yeah.
Okay.
And if they succeed on it, they just take half of that damage.
Okay. Roll damage.
So he probably had a good roll.
I'm going to need you to roll 5 times, by the way.
5? Why?
For damage. Or should we just... Let's use the singular roll for your damage, and they'll just take that for the turn.
But
'Cause-
it's only Squid Guy.
Nope. Because the other guys are coming your way in a second. So Squid Guy takes his turn, and he's actually going to do the same thing as Bird. He's going to Scorching Ray you. Okay.
And this is good for 10
So
minutes.
he misses you all 3 times.
Yay!
Rightio then.
His-
Actually, no.
his
He
sorcerers
sets
suck.
himself on fire.
Why is
These
that?
warlocks
He
are
rolled a
awful.
natural 1.
For his attack?
Yeah, his third Scorching Ray catches his sleeve. So he is now burning. Only mildly, but he is burning. He takes 1d4 damage.
And he probably succeeded the savings throw, but still takes half of the 13 damage.
Yes. -3. 6. So he takes 9 damage total. Okay.
And this stays
then,
up on me for 10 minutes.
And then the
Sounds
guards
awesome.
are going to try and enter your zone of influence too. So what's the DC?
Oh, that's my DC?
Yes.
I believe it is... Because I leveled up...
Did your proficiency go up?
No, it's still 3, so...
Is it? I thought it was like level over 2 or something. Maybe not. No, it's not.
I have a +3
I'm just gonna
for
double check.
proficiency.
The whole proficiency thing. Okay, you get your next proficiency bonus next level. Sorry. That I'm so used to base attack bonus that it like confuses me now.
So am I still at 15 or is it 16 or... I forget.
So your save is 3 plus whatever your charisma modifier is. Plus 1 from that choker of yours.
Oh, well,
Because
my
wait,
charisma
no, that's only
modifiers-
for spell hits, not savings. So sorry. So what's your charisma?
Well, it's an 18, but it's +4.
Okay, so your overall save is 15.
Right. Oh, so it's still 15.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so that's 1 saves. Next one doesn't. Okay. So of these, all of them take the damage, but they're going to surround you. I'll deal with you in a second, Bird, and like what the guy that's fearing you does. So they all get next to you, and they take 13 damage. Okay.
Well, I had rolled for each one, but... Or are you just taking it the half of the 13?
I'm just taking the half of the 13.
Okay.
And then 2 more are going to make their way in. 2, they both fail. Your spirits are more or less ripping them to shreds. These guys are not nearly as durable as the other variety. However, they are also going to start wailing on you.
Oh, no.
Okay.
But I have
I
an
get it, 'cause
AC
he's
of
a
19.
Yes. So you get hit
Oh,
2 times.
okay.
See, that's right. Yeah, you
Yeah.
get hit 2 times. I think I counted 1 extra.
Okay.
Okay. You take 10 damage as they attack you with long swords. Okay, so Greg, you are cowering behind a pillar, and there's a mind flare that you are very afraid of, and he. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 11. He's just gonna walk over here. Almost casually. You're fucking terrified.
Is he just gonna play like hide and go seek around the pillar? You can run around the other side of the pillar.
No, he's trying to I guess he's kind of over here. He's trying to get you to fling yourself off into the mystery liquid. Okay. So then it's these guys' turn. They're not gonna. I guess they can kind of reach you. Yeah, this guy can reach you. This guy gets here, and then this guy gets kind of here. So one of them's gonna try and hit you, and misses completely.
You can't touch Greg.
Okay, so Greg, make your wisdom save.
Let me just hang on a second. All right. I must not fear. Fear is the mind killer. Fear is little death that brings total obliteration. Where is it? Oh.
All right, you make it.
Yeah!
You are just barely above the line.
I will not permit it to pass over. I mean, I will permit it to pass over. Screw it.
You feel pretty good about yourself. What do you do?
Right in the face.
Who are you sorting?
Boom, 2 of them. Right into crash.
Okay.
Dash. Whoever.
Smash. Dead. You're going for smash. Probably.
Well, yes.
Okay. So you hit him for 25.
No, I hit him.
Well, 25
15.
Total. 26. Oh, yeah. Sorry. You hit him both. His armor class is 18.
And a full health.
Yeah. Okay, so Smash is looking pretty bad. He's looking pretty smashed up. You've done some harm to him. And Alarin, it is your turn.
Hey, so do I have the super tentacly army thing ability from Mr.
You
Tentacle
do.
God?
Yes.
Yay!
You've been granted some bonus Eldritchy themed spells.
Okay, so I will use the arms of Hadar. Hey, does that mean that the guy's named Hadar? Or is it...
No.
Okay.
He actually has not told you his name yet.
Well, I wouldn't expect him to. He just called himself the Beast.
No, you called him the Beast.
No, he called himself the Beast. He's like, you may know me as the Beast.
Well, that's because that's what...
Vivi said.
Yeah. He has not acknowledged in any way, shape, or form that is his proper name.
Okay, and I'm going to use it as a slot above...
Okay.
Or something, so they take 3...
Strength savings throw. That's a new one.
Yeah, I know.
All right.
What? What?
Wow.
What?
Wow. Okay.
That was terrible.
So, Okay, so the first 2 fail and take 5 damage.
That's some ability. Well, remember, they also all started their...
Yeah, they all start their turns. So, that's going to be something. And then the last one is the Mind Flayer, who succeeds somehow. Okay, and he takes...
The 2 that fail also can't have actions next turn. Or
oh, really?
reactions
So that's how it
something.
works. Okay, so you get all up and tentacly in their tentacles. And it goes kind of poorly.
Oh, it's just they
your
can't
best
take
efforts.
reactions.
Okay, so you could run away from some of them if you wanted to. All right. And then it's tentacle turn. Well then, so the one next to you, he has to make a wisdom save. He succeeds, so roll damage.
Can I say Phi on him though? With my
you wanna
bardic whatever? Yeah.
Sure.
I'm gonna take a die 6 for him. I hope they rip you apart, you tentacle-faced buffoon.
Ow.
Okay,
Oh.
roll the minus.
Yeah. He gets a -4 on whatever his save was going to be.
Okay, he still saves.
Really?
He rolled a 16 to begin with. You more or less nullified his bonus.
Yeah. Okay.
Sorry. Anyway, so you do not. He still takes damage though if you roll it.
Mm-hmm. Yep. That'll be the 3d8.
All right. He takes 5. And then every single one of the little guard guys keels over.
The little.
Nope. Second one is still alive.
Okay.
He is going to make a save. But all the other ones were very close to death. Even if they took half damage, they would still die. Okay, and the last one is looking pretty bad. Okay, so the illithid next to you, he hasn't done anything yet. So he is going to do what can he do? He's getting kind of pissy at you. Make a dex save.
Okay.
Okay, you're hit by a lightning bolt.
Ouch. Can't that take me out?
36 damage.
That's exactly what I have left.
Okay. Well, remember, you've been healing every turn.
Oh, how much am I healing every time?
You heal 1 every turn.
Okay, so I
think you
might
would
have
like
maybe 2 or
4
4. Yeah,
or
I don't know.
3.
You'd probably have
Yeah.
like 4 HP, 5 HP. What's your maximum HP?
59.
You've already taken 23 damage this fight?
Yeah, I think so.
What'd you get hit by?
Well, I got hit by all the little guys.
Oh, right. You'd taken 10 from that and you'd taken some amount from the psychic blast. I remember now.
Yeah, the psychic
Okay.
blast
Yeah.
had gotten me.
So yeah, you're on your butt and it hurts. As you get lightning bolted. Luckily that's his last lightning bolt. Okay. And that's theirs. Okay, the useless duo are going to try and hit Greg. And then the little guys move in. Oh, I guess the
Zeus.
caster hasn't done anything yet either.
Uh.
Okay, you do get hit once.
I do?
Yep. You take
By
8
the
damage.
18?
Yeah, the 18, it's an 18 plus 4. I'm just rolling die 20s because I know what the bonus is,
Okay.
and instead of me having to type it in every time, it's
Okay.
easier.
I take 6 damage. Oh, man.
Okay.
Whatever shall I do?
And then make a strength check.
Oh, I'm good at this. Bicep!
Okay. So everything around you has to make strength checks as well. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Just gonna roll all 5 at once. Okay. So 1 goes flying off into the sunset. 2 goes flying. Nope. He stays. 2 and 3 are fine, except for Crash goes flying off into the drink. So you are hit by a buffeting gust of wind, wall of wind, whatever. The same thing that everybody likes to use in this party. It doesn't get you, but you're gonna have to make a reflex save as Crash crashes straight through where you are. I've moved them off, but well, you pretty much just vault him, or probably duck him because vaulting would involve putting yourself at the wind's mercy. So you managed to make some headway against the guy. You can move 4 squares anywhere you want. All right, and then it's your turn.
What? I'm right next to him. Oh, wow, that's so weird. Let's use this moment to really appreciate the action surge ability of the fighter class. And let's hit him with 3 attacks. A 1, a 2, a 3.
All right.
And great weapon. Great weapon. Yes. So we'll reroll 2 of those. Oh, all right.
All right. So you're re-rolling the first one and the third one,
And the
except for you
third one,
re-roll
yes.
the third. Okay. So you're going to do 42 damage to him?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So that just kills him outright. You more or less
Wait,
just...
is that 4 attacks or 3 attacks?
That's 3 attacks. That's
Yeah.
3. 17,
well,
13, and 12.
People are arguing about whether that being whether that's 4 attacks or 3 attacks.
Let me look it up.
I think that I don't get extra attack off of action surge, do I?
Action surge. Starting at 2nd level, you can push yourself beyond your normal limits. You can take 1 additional action. No, you get 4 attacks. I believe.
Yes, you're correct. It does proc on both of them.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You attack twice instead of once whenever you take the attack action. So every attack action you take counts is 2 hits. So you get an extra action, so you get 4 attacks.
Oh, okay.
At least that's how I'm interpreting it.
Yeah. That's what I'm reading on Reddit. Okay. Oh, what's this? I still have some sword left over. Oh, if only there was somebody I could implant this sword directly into. How about smash?
You miss.
You can crash.
No. Crash.
Yeah, this is smash.
This is
Crash
smash.
Is gone.
Yeah.
Wait, I thought
Crash
was
is
the tail
sinking.
end.
Crash has removed himself from the situation, or has been
You
removed
guys
from
keep
the situation.
switching between.
No. I've been
No,
consistent.
he's actually been consistent. I'm just
Smash
being
is the
an
light one. I get confused, but I'm consistent. Okay. Oh, I got rid of the initiative for these guys. Whatever, I'll just have them take their turns with the Minotaur. Okay. So you cut this guy in twain, just in case he's the one that's tied to initiative. I'm just going to move him off. But,
Sure.
yeah, so there is just kind of a spray of magenta ichor, and he just flops to the ground. And you get a pretty good look at Alarn getting lightning bolted.
Ouch.
Speaking of Alarn, it's your turn.
It's my turn. So
You recover 1 health. Don't forget. Oh,
Yeah.
I recover 3.
this guy
we
next
go.
to me, does he still have his tentacles writhing in his mouth, open, ready to devour?
The moment you kind of broke free of his stun, he backed off on the idea of that.
Okay. I see. I was gonna do something devious, but
I mean,
okay. So I'm going to pull out a squishy with some of the gelatinous ooze, and I'm just gonna stick it to him.
okay.
And I'm gonna run away.
Make an attack action.
An attack action. So is that going to be just a die 20?
Yeah. Well, I mean, you're trying to stick something to the guy. You still have to hit him with it.
Yep.
It's like punching a dude.
Yep.
No, you hit.
Really?
You still get a bonus.
The
Yeah, you don't just roll a die 20 and an attack action shell. It'd be like punching a guy. You still get a strength or a dexterity bonus.
okay.
So you managed to get the
Dex would be
squishy
3.
onto him.
And then I'm gonna bolt.
Yep. So you get an attack of opportunity from both of them, and they both miss as you run away. Okay. So the Ilthid is confused because he doesn't know what you just stuck to him. He doesn't quite understand the fact what explosives are because he was too high and mighty to deal with the mines. So he is going to look at it, and because you glooped it to him, I guess he's going to try and rip it off. He does not. He's more or less trying to pull it off his robes, but it's stuck on there. Poor guy. Okay. And then...
I'm hoping the other guy will get collateral damage.
No, he is coming after you.
Okay. But he's still getting into my force field.
Yeah, so he gets into your force field, roll damage. He's going to roll a save. He succeeds the save. Oh, wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, he only makes it I guess he makes it next to you, but he can't actually do anything. Whew. And he is more. Your little phantom fishes are nibbling away at his toes. There are not much left of those toes. Okay, so Greg, it's your turn.
Doesn't Smash get a turn?
He tried to hit you. Yeah.
Okay.
He'll try and hit you again. I got a little confused on the last one. The Illithid was waiting for them to attack before he sent them all flying off the cliff.
I see. I understand how it works now. Okay. Smash, I'm gonna succeed where you failed. But instead of you smashing me, it's me smashing you. So rather, I'm gonna succeed where I succeeded.
Oh, you get to re-roll that.
Just re-roll that.
And another.
Well, let's just do a little bit of extra.
Well, you get to re-roll that if you want.
Does 12 hit?
Oh, no, it doesn't. Sorry, I was just looking at
What
the
are all
damage.
these rerolls for?
Okay.
Great weapon art.
Okay.
Yep. Okay. So there is chunks missing from him as well. But he's still holding on just barely. Artelarin, your explosive goes off. Roll 8d6.
Okay. Wow, that's a lot.
And this is an explosive that he is currently trying to handle. Alright.
I'm gonna need a Ritz cracker. I apologize for crackles.
It blows up in his face. It does not kill him.
Mm-hmm.
He is a tough sucker.
Sucker. Because he's an elephant.
Yep. He is pissy. Still hasn't gotten his mind blast back yet. Alright. Okay. And then I guess everybody's gonna start attacking. So 1, 2, 3. Nobody has hit Greg yet. Alarin, you get hit.
Oh no.
For 8 damage.
Well,
You're probably knocked unconscious.
I am unconscious.
Okay.
I knew I should have taken a potion instead, but I wanted to get that guy.
Okay. It's Greg's turn. Oh yeah, these guys have moved to surround you. They're actually kind of trying to push you off the cliff, but they can't lay a finger on you.
Mm-hmm. Give me 1 second.
And because I'm knocked unconscious, does that my aura go away too then?
Yes, you lose concentration.
Oh.
Alright, cool. And I get my healing effect. Okay. I believe Smash and I have some unfinished business.
Alright, you kill Smash.
Yeah.
You cut him down.
You're next.
Boop. Who
Beaver.
are you? Who are you? You're nexting?
The one up me.
Okay, cool. Let's see. So Lauren, you are actually coming to already.
Because of the 1 point of healing?
Yeah. So you'll be
Wild.
back on the next round, and you notice that these guys are moving away from you.
Mm-hmm.
So you're like over here-ish. And I guess the other guys are just going to try and hit you. Okay. Actually, come to think of it, what is the range, what is the distance between Bird and 80 feet? What can he do? Oh! Okay. I'm so glad. I'm actually dealing with an enemy that has a spell list. You don't know how helpful that is for me deciding what to do on a turn. Alright, so where the hell is Ray of Enfeeblement? The Ray of Enfeeblement. Oh. Okay, I guess you're not hit by Ray of Enfeeblement. Instead, he just gets closer. He moved and he still couldn't cast it. Okay, now it's your turn properly.
Okay. I'm gonna attack the one to my left. Surprise!
Okay. Yeah, you get him.
Yeah, Art of War.
Okay, so you cut him down.
Mm-hmm.
I thought you were going for the one directly above you. Misdirection.
You think I'm gonna just tell my plans to
All right.
them?
Now make a Constitution check.
Constitution.
Okay, well, you save. Man, this guy is kind of garbage against you. All right, whatever. Let's see. I guess the other guys are... This guy's gonna make his way over here, and the other guy's just gonna try and hit you. Very pitifully. Note to self, increase enemy attack rolls. Maybe. Let's see.
Increase enemy attack rolls.
Yeah. Greg has not gotten hit once this entire thing. The only reason why you got hit was because, I guess you got surrounded by an equal number of enemies, just they got better rolls, but mainly lightning bolt. Okay. Let's see. So, Greg, you just took your turn. You killed the one guy. You got hit by Ray of Enfeeblement, and then they moved closer. Okay, so I guess it's your turn again. And then Ballard, you'll be back up.
All right. Well, I suppose this is kind of awkward. Maybe I do owe it to you to smash you in the face. On the other hand, old righty over here looks like he's ready for a go. So let's just do that. Re-roll it, and let's follow it up with the bonus attack.
Yep,
there.
you kill this guy. Okay. So the Illithid moves yet closer. Alarin, I guess this is where you can take your action if you want to. You have like 1 HP.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a swig of one of my health potions. And that's the 4 die. No, it's not that, is it? Is it 4 die 4 plus 4? Or...
Yeah, it's 4 die 4 plus 4 for one of the medium ones.
Okay. Okay, so I get 15 HP back.
Okay.
Not gonna protect me against most spells, but because I think this can go 120 feet, but I have to do an attack. Make a ranged spell attack. I'm gonna do Eldritch Blast on...
All right. Roll to hit.
Yep. It's just a 1 die 20.
1 die 20 plus 7. Or 8, because of the choker.
Oh, okay.
The choker gives you a +1 on spell, like spell attack stuff.
Okay.
Okay, so you do connect with the lesser mind flayer. Roll
All
damage.
right, and that's for, because I'm over level 5, it's 2.
Yeah, 2 die 10 plus 1.
Yep. Let's get that set up. Eldritch Blast.
Okay, he takes 13 damage, which is actually enough to knock him out.
To knock him out?
Yep.
But he's not dead.
He is exactly at 0.
I see.
And the other guy, seeing as his overseer is now unconscious and can't see him, he leaps off the edge. You can make an attack of opportunity if you really feel like it. Or you can let him run away. You miss him.
Oh.
Kind of grazes off his chainmail. You notice he kind of drops down as opposed to flings himself. He might come back. Okay, so you two are finally out of combat and properly not reacquainted, rea-somethinged.
I'm
Hey!
still pretty injured,
Hey.
and if it weren't for the blood stuff, I would be dead. Greg!
Alarn!
It's
It's hi.
For you, by the way,
Uh,
Greg, it's been about 2 hours since uh since you
Where's
guys split up.
uh I I feel different. I feel like the dumbass who was in my head is gone. Now there's only one dumbass in my head. Me. I'm just kidding.
technically there's two question mark. I mean, we do have
Oh yeah. I guess that's the whole hive mind thing. I guess I can't ever get rid of my thoughts. Hey, you, God,
Yes.
shut up.
No.
Hey, Alarin. I was doing
Yeah.
a cool Han Solo thing. We're in a hive mind now, so I know Star Wars now. I was doing the Han Solo. Did you see me doing the Han Solo?
where you were frozen in carbonite?
Yeah.
It wasn't
was
quite
cool, right?
carbonite.
Yeah.
I suppose that would make me Princess Leia.
No. No. I was just the carbonite guy.
You're the guy that they tested the carbonite thing on before Han Solo.
Oh god.
Well,
Darth Vader had to
Anyway.
make sure it would work, so they just threw Steve from accounting in.
Well,
Yeah, I'm Steve from accounting.
I see. Well, it's been weeks. We haven't seen you in a long time. We figured
Hell,
that you were
no.
dead.
No, like 2 hours ago, I was messing with Gorlar, who threw me in a pit. Pretty funny joke. God, I love that Gorlar guy. He was a good boss. Yeah, he had bigger muscles than I did. You got to respect a man with bigger muscles than you.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
No, note, Dimitri has the Oath of Vengeance. Greg, easy come, easy go.
Right. Well, what it's a long story. Let's just put it that way. But we were all separated. Vivi was able to bring Skitter and I into another plane.
Oh, Skitman. Where's Skitman?
Well, he's with the others. The others being Drez, trio of wizards, and Dimitri.
No way. Dimitri's still around?
Actually, he acquired a new body. Vivi made
Oh,
one
good
for
for
him.
him.
You don't mind that he has his own body and stuff? I mean, weren't you set out to kill him and he possessed you, or I don't know how that situation went. No hard feelings?
Nah, life's too short, you know? I thought I was dead, but I'm not. So,
Yeah, well, we thought
turn
that you
over a
were
new
dead,
leaf.
but
Everything's fine. Yep, I mean, I gotta figure out this whole, like, dead god situation is possessed my mind thing. That's a little bit weird.
yeah, but
Speaking of, did he give you any hints on how to get out of this place? I mean, I don't really want to go back to
Go
Zag'noth.
south. I can hear every thought in your head.
Shut up! Good God!
well, we're supposed to destroy the focusing crystal, same or not quite the same, but similar to the one that I had to destroy in the mines. Well, not destroy, steal.
I'm gonna actually assume that Alarin has given me like in-depth 100% knowledge of everything that happened, because there's no way I'll be able to separate out the player knowledge for two characters like this.
Mhm.
So that's how I'm gonna roll it. Okay.
You're lucky it's
anyway.
not Drez. You would learn nothing. Seriously,
Yeah, really.
if Drez had been mind controlled at the beginning of the tentacles turn during the last episode, he would have gotten grabbed, and this would have been very different.
Yeah, it would have been a lot worse.
About that.
I'm just kidding.
But
Well, I guess I've spent like God. I guess it does. It feels like an eternity. What with this guy like, yammering in the back of my head, like, "Oh, we're all part of some benevolent mind cult now." Man,
you know you
it's
love
like
it.
it's like having a hippie in your head that just never shuts up. So
I
we'll
mean-
we'll go get his ratatouille quinoa acorn squash thing for him or whatever he needs. Let's get out of here.
Acorn squash?
Excuse me, I prefer polenta.
I assume like if she heals like 1 point for every 6 seconds, basically, she's probably basically at full health for all.
Yeah,
intents
you
and
talk for
purposes.
like a minute, you both go back up to full health.
Yep. I'm digging the whole like bathing in dead god healing juice stuff.
It's
But-
his blood, isn't it?
Hold on. Hey God,
Yes.
you didn't tell me this was your blood.
I mean, it was kind of implied.
No, you think I'm one for subtext? Okay. If you're gonna be yammering at me 24/7, you could at least fill me on these little details.
You've been drinking it for the past week. How could you not
I
notice?
know, and it's gross.
It's not like I put the stickers on it.
I mean, I'm still gonna drink it, but hey, dead god,
Yes.
can you make it more flavorful?
I'm sorry. You want me to make my bodily fluids more flavorful? Fine.
I'm just
Give me
saying.
several truckloads of pineapple and we'll see what can happen.
I don't think that's supposed to flavor blood.
You got it, Daddy. All right, shall we roll tide south?
I suppose there's no other options left to us.
Well, I sure as hell ain't going north.
I mean,
Oh, what do you know? It's a path.
Yeah, so you guys follow the path to another map.
all right.
I cannot believe what where'd you go, Lauren?
I'm right there next to
He's
him.
right next to Greg.
I do not see you at all. What the
But
Do I need to go
move your character
here?
again.
Yeah, okay, thank you. Yeah, you went
There's like an invisible
totally
spot?
Yeah, I apparently me trying to get both of you just made the whole place invisible. Okay, so welcome to the shittier part of the map because I really ran out of time for this. But that's okay. I spent most of my time making the beast. I figured it was necessary for the effect.
Yeah.
How the hell did I make that mine so fast? I have no idea. Alright, so you guys follow the path for actually quite some time. It traverses much of this kind of like underground... what?
I'm not on the new map yet.
I'm not in the new map yet either.
Are you invisible? Oh, I see. I haven't dragged you guys over. Sorry.
Whoa, suddenly all the
There we go.
squares became massive.
Okay, there we go. So now you guys should be able to maybe see.
Yeah.
You're up top.
There we go.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, as you walk, you kind of sort of notice that there are maybe other pathways, like some bridges, some buildings, some stuff. But like kind of as soon as you notice them, they kind of like, you kind of unnotice them, and they kind of just disappear.
I wonder if these are perhaps the vestiges of the other planes and worlds that he's brought into his collective.
No, this was here when I got here.
Oh, well, where is here?
Well, this is underneath Zag'noth in a, well, sort of separate section.
Are these dwarven in nature?
They might have been once upon a time.
I like
Okay.
this place. You really gotta use your imagination when you look around here.
Okay. So specifically specifically you kind of go through the caverns and one structure stands out to you in particular. And it's big and it's almost fortress like. It actually really looks like the fortress you guys or the fortress Alarin was at recently. Greg, you have no idea that this building's kind of familiar, but it looks like, maybe it was kind of modeled after it or copy and pasted or used the same tile set. You're not entirely sure. But this one sticks out, and you kind of can feel like the growing anticipation, but also the distancing of yourself from the deity
Mm-hmm.
down in the depths. And he gets a little bit quieter as you get further away from him.
Quick,
Interesting.
let's keep going.
Well, do you knock, or is that Dimitri's thing?
I don't really know anymore. I kind of liked it. All right. How do you knock?
Okay.
I give it like a mighty like.
Well, I didn't
Okay.
actually mean it. This is...
Strength.
Oh.
Well, you bash your way straight through.
Hey, it worked.
The door looks like it was more meant to keep people from entering where you guys are than really getting into the building. And so you more or less just smash your way through. As you do, you kind of hear this like clattering noise. Let me find them.
Uh-oh.
You notice.
Oh my god.
These guys, where are they? I feel like my icons have been moved around because I made a bunch of icons for various creatures, but they're. You know what? Let's go with this. No, let's not go with that. That's weird. Yeah, that's really weird. Some of my icons are just missing.
Which ones are you looking for?
One of the zombie subtypes I'd made. And it is apparently just not here right now. Okay. One moment, please. Zombie, where are you? There we are. Maybe I've just scrolled past it, but whatever. So you see, you know the scene where the Fellowship of the Ring are going through the like mines of Moria, and like a bunch of things start crawling down from the pillars.
Oh,
It's kind of like that. These things are crawling up the sides of the like the mesa.
Ew.
Okay.
And they look like they might have been people that either got knocked into the drink or what, but they look jacked up. They move like mannequins on speed, and they kind of do this like weird jittery sidewalk instead because they don't know how to use their limbs fully.
Like a Japanese horror movie villain.
Yeah. So these things are coming after you.
We must fly! As in flee. Run down the hall. And I'm going...
Is that a reference? I don't remember that from Star Wars.
Oh, that's Lord of the Rings. Sorry.
What?
Never mind.
Okay, so
we were talking about the Mines of Moria.
You guys... that was the out of character. You don't have Lord of the Rings knowledge.
Yeah.
No. And I don't think any of the actors carried over, so you don't have any anyway. So as long as you don't turn to fight them, they probably won't reach you unless you stop.
Well, I'm going to quickly lay down. I summon the tower.
Okay. So as you pull out your tarot deck, you notice you actually have 3 more cards. You have not pulled out a single card for a very long time.
Oh, wow. What are the other cards?
You actually have the Chariot, the Devil, and the Magician.
Whoa. Chariot, Devil, and Magician. Well, I can only assume that the Devil summons some kind of creature, the Magician might give me a spell or something, and Chariot might give us like a mode of transportation. But I'm still gonna put the tower behind us.
Okay. So you chuck the card onto the ground, and a rickety wooden tower springs forth into existence and immediately kind of crushes itself in the small corridor that you guys are in, leaving behind a pile of sad debris.
But it's still gonna be enough to like maybe.
Yeah, you notice the creatures are kind of like pushing through it, but you have definitely slowed them down considerably.
Okay, let's keep running. So we see a side room?
Yeah, so there's a side room. Make perception checks.
Okay. Perception.
Okay. So both of you realize that there are actually other doors. There's actually another door on the other corridor. And you've passed several, in fact, even this short distance, but they kind of like flicker from your perception as soon as you spot them.
Oh, weird.
And leaving the big gate in front of you and the smaller door to your left.
What do you do? What do we do? Quick.
Do we just head to the big door or go in the side door? Maybe the side door.
Side door, yeah.
Okay.
Is it open?
It is not.
Okay.
Can we open it?
You can try.
Don't try to destroy
I
it.
attempt to open door.
Okay, it is stuck, locked, jammed, or something. You're not entirely sure.
Getting horrible flashbacks about pit time.
Step aside. I'm going to use my saber to incinerate the lock.
Okay, you cut straight through the lock, as it is mundane and not at all resistant, to a miniature sword-based black hole. And you have free access to this corridor.
Alright, let's keep going, though it seems to be going in odd directions.
It's okay, we can kill things.
Okay,
Done this
so
before.
it curves up in here,
And what's this door?
and it is another door. Just kind of similar make and model.
Alright, is it open?
It is not open. Not immediately,
Can
so.
I try opening it? Is it locked?
It is not locked, and you enter into a room with... Give me a second. I have to put them down. 1. And 2. Okay. So you bust into a room with a familiar face. And as you bust into the room, you hear...
Steve?
You're alive!
Stevius and Kahuna, or Stevius, or whatever your name was?
I thought I escaped you. How do you know where we are?
We were brought down here by our lord and benefactor, Mr. Beast.
Mister, you mean the slave?
He's no slave. He's greater than any of you. In both size and in might. And in magic, probably.
You sense the beast maybe blushing, you're not sure. He's not used to being complimented so fervently by someone's own free will. But you,
And the fact that you would call him a slave is quite appalling. It's by his sustenance that you are able to claim the Overlord, and, quite frankly, it is a power that you should not be able to possess. Not we with such little knowledge of the vastness of the universe.
little girl, you have no idea the ways of the worlds. Creatures exist to be exploited. So what if I drank the blood of an imprisoned god? It made me more powerful. It lets me control this thing. Kahuna like a...
Kahuna, would you really...
You're right.
Would you
This
really...
guy sucks.
Yeah, would you really stand to be the servant to such a being? He just called you a slave, something to be used and thrown away. How could you live like that? You poor thing.
Make a diplomacy check.
Okay, persuasion? Probably?
Yeah.
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 All right.
Oh.
Let me see.
That's not where I thought this was gonna go.
All right. Kahuna looks at his traveling companion at his master, walks over to him, and begins to just pummel the guy.
Kahuna! Kahuna! No, what are you doing?
And pretty much within a very short period of time, this guy dies a second time. He had cast Levitate and escaped to safety earlier when you dumped him into a pit because nobody had actually attacked him. So he was fine, and Kahuna was fine too.
But
Oh
now
my
he's really
God.
gone?
Yeah, no, he is paced. There's like a blood splatter where Kahuna had like left him.
That's right, Kahuna. These people, they have no right to treat others in this manner. We have to find a way to destroy what allows them to take control of and warp all of these peoples, the corpses, everyone outside, the whole world. It's in danger because of the depraved greed of this cultist leader and his...
All right. Oh, wait. All right. You convinced him. I think he gets the point.
Roll another persuasion check. No, you convinced him to murder his slave driver. Now this is the recruitment drive.
Oh, okay. Can I add my bardic inspiration on top of my roll?
You can.
Yeah, all right. What kind of ditty should I sing? For some reason, the Revolution song from Les Mis' Think is coming up in my head. Da, 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 da. All right. And persuasion, please. And that would get a +6. This is the song.
Do you hear the people sing the song of
Angry
Man?
He seems less convinced of the whole join the revolution thing as murder your master thing, but he's amenable.
All right.
Okay. We have to find the crystal.
Kahuna's joined the party.
Yay!
Yeah.
And I speak Aquan to him, and I say, thank you so much for your support.
Great.
I appreciate the vote of confidence. No. He responds in every language. He is the world's largest single-cell organism. And he doesn't fit through doors really well.
Well, this door looks large enough.
Yeah, not anymore. Without even bothering to see if it's open, Greg just smashes through it.
Hang on, I'll be right back.
All right.
So what are you just checking down the corridor?
Yep.
Okay. So behind you, Alarin, seeing as you guys were distracted by conversation, you hear kind of that horrible skittering noise, and it's like...
Uh-oh.
And they more or less start, like, pouring in through the door.
Oh, but I put up a gust of wind.
Okay. Well,
actually, wait, do I have to stand in front of it, though?
Yeah, that's...
Okay, so I'll go over here.
Okay, so you're just going to stand there and pin them for a while?
Well, I'm going to send them flying, hopefully.
Okay. One. You kind of knock the back two back and pin them, but this one actually is going to scuttle up at you and take a swing at your knees. It misses.
Okay.
So Kahuna is going to move down and crush the thing.
Bet you didn't see that turn of events coming, did you?
Nope.
Okay. So Kahuna smashes this one before you need to roll initiative yet. Are you going to stand there and keep trying to block these guys, or are you going to go join Greg?
Well, I'm going to shut the door and smear a bunch of the sticky goop along the hinges and around the sides.
Okay. So you slather the door, and the things start just kind of like smacking into it. And you notice the door is like starting to give, but you've definitely slowed them down further.
All right, let's make our escape.
So Kahuna is just like kind of... He's like toothpaste in a small tube.
He's sort of squeezing through.
Yeah, luckily he is pure lubrication, so it's not so bad. But you guys come to a door that just gives you the skeeziest feeling.
What's that black liquid on the ground?
So you recognize it as kind of that stuff that comes along with the crystals. The like weird, like gross, greasy, almost glass that covers surrounding surfaces.
We might be getting close to that crystal.
Oh. Well, yeah. All right. This has been going out well for me so far. Yes, it has.
All right, you smashed through the door with kind of this cracking, splintering thing, and you enter in a small-ish room
Oh.
filled with a giant crystal growing out of the goop, and the entire room is kind of this weird goopy. Make an acrobatics check, or a dex
I'm really good
check,
at
or
this.
whatever.
Oh, man, are you ready for this? What's the
All right, you slip and fall on your ass and pretty much slide across the room.
Oh
It is very difficult terrain just being in here.
no! And then Squid Guy probably turns to look
He
at him.
is levitating, but yes. So this squid guy, who looks a little bit higher in tier, the most powerful recolor, he turns to observe you, Greg. And he's like,
As I bowling ball my way across the room.
yeah, you slide just kind of... I'm kind of imagining the like cartoon slide where your like arms are back, your face is forward, and the rest of your body is kind of like curving up and over.
Yep.
And he is going to say, "Oh, what voice do I give him that doesn't make him sound like the dead god?" So, that maybe?
Sure.
Okay, so we have rats in the keep. Who sent you this time?
I mean, can't we just skip this and kill each other?
No, make an intelligence save.
Aw. Aw.
All right, you are stunned, and you take... how much damage does this do? You take 21 damage.
Ow. Ow.
So, Lauren, you more or less see Greg slip and fall on his ass, slide across the room, and then start contorting weirdly.
Oh no. I will step into the threshold to spy on the creature that just assailed him.
Okay, make an acrobatics check and a stealth check.
Oh, okay. Acrobatics. No! And stealth.
All right.
I
you
sneakily slide
quietly-
across the floor.
You quietly slide like over here. Kahuna enters the room. And he daintily just steps over into the center of the room as though nothing bothers him at all. With a natural
He's
20.
made out of soap.
Yeah, he's made out of soap, and he rolled a natural 20 with no bonuses on that acrobatics check. Dainty as hell.
Oh my god.
Alright. So he walks over, and he kind of puffs himself up, and he's like, "Brr-nyah-meh, nyah-nyah-meh." I think he's trying to be people, and he's doing a decent job of it, better than you two. So, Greg, you are stunned. You can make savings throws every once in a while if you want to get out of it. But the mind flayer is going to look at the water elemental. He's like, "Who let you out of your cage? You shouldn't be here." And he is going to try and exert his will. Lauren, you're going to have to make a will save for Kahuna because he's relying on you now.
Oh, okay. A will save?
Yep.
Please.
All right. So you exert your will over Kahuna, who remains loyal to your cause, as the Illithid attempts to exert his. It doesn't succeed so great. He's like, this is a feisty one. I didn't know you could fight back. And so what are you guys gonna do? He's not immediately attacking you.
So many options because our objective is to destroy the crystal.
Yes.
Huh?
So you are butt up against it, and there's a wall of force around it.
Oh, there's a wall of force.
Yes, that's what the pink barrier is.
Okay.
All right. Greg, you regain your senses. And he's gonna notice that, and he's like, man, what is he gonna say? He's kind of taken aback. However, you do hear kind of in the distance, there's like a loud cracking noise.
That's ominous.
Yep. All right.
He'd be talking to you, but he doesn't really deem Greg particularly intelligent, and he has yet to notice Alarin behind him.
Yeah, I'm kind of waiting for Alarin to do her action.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay. I will.
Well, he's gonna walk over here, and he's just gonna start trying to eat your brain.
Oh.
He misses. Nope, he hits.
Oh no.
Oh.
He hits. You take another 21 damage
Damn.
as he starts doing horrible things to your face.
That's gross. Okay. There were things I was wanting to do, but I suppose I'll have to try it. I'm going to lay down the devil card.
Oh.
Okay. So you put down the devil card on the ground, and almost immediately, I don't have a single one of these. So I guess you get all three. Tentacles just kind of go ripping out. And there's just one. There's not enough room for all three. And it looks to be a smaller one. But I don't have multiple images. So through this, like, portal, a tentacle reaches out and is going to miss. I should roll these publicly. But yeah, the tentacle attempts to bap the mind flayer, but not so successfully.
Now, that was considered an action, right? Can I still do a spell or attack or no?
No, that was your action using
okay.
the
There's action
the
and
devil
reaction.
card. And you can hear you feel your connection to the beast kind of reignite much more strongly, and you hear, "Yes, this is the crystal. Break the barrier and you can free me." Okay.
Yep.
So, roll initiative.
Initiative.
Okay. Let me send this to the back, because that'll attack on your turn. Add Kahuna. Alright, Kahuna's at a 13. No, he's an 11. I forgot. His dexterity is in the negatives. And then these guys are a 5. Okay. So, Greg, you are probably... Nope. You're probably going to get your turn. I guess I actually haven't rolled initiative for this guy yet. Yep, Greg, you go first. You have tentacles burrowing into your skull.
Ow,
What do?
ow, 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 ow.
All right. You get them both times. So you're being grappled, by the way. So you're gonna have to make a grapple check to actually like even hit the guy, I believe. Well, you win. Okay, so you knock the tentacles off of your face, and you get one hit in. So you hit him for 13.
Okay.
And he seems kind of taken aback at your moxie.
Yeah, I got chutzpah for days.
Okay, so you do 13 to him. Alarin, you did the devil card.
Right.
He is going to... Oh, he is kind of pissed off. Okay. Greg, make a reflex save.
What's a chow?
Okay.
Oh, no.
Greg, let me look up how this works. Is this concentration? Yes, it is. Okay. So, Greg, you are trapped in a bubble.
Oh. Nope.
Interesting.
I just finished Han Soloing.
You
Is
have
that sphere?
yeah, you have
sphere?
kind of this transparent wall separating you from everybody else. And he's just going to keep you there and keep psychic blasting you, except for the fact that I guess now he's probably aware of Alarin because she just sicked a giant tentacle on him. Okay. Let's see. So that's his turn. Kahuna is going to do what Kahuna does best, which is smack the guy for 10 damage. Kahuna is no skidder. Alright. And the horror creatures you can hear skittering down the hall. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So, Greg, you can see them coming. Alarn, you cannot. It's a bad angle.
Right.
Lauren, it's your turn.
My turn. Well, I suppose I will do... The guy doesn't have any metal on him, does he?
No. He is wearing what looks to be cleric's robes, actually. He looks like
Is he the high priest?
he does not look like a
high.
high priest, but if you had to put him somewhere, he'd probably be a bishop.
Interesting. Very interesting. And I suppose I've already used the majority of those spells.
Remember, you've gotten at least three spell points back.
Okay. That's pretty good. And I also have all those little mage crystals, too. So I'm going to... I still need to strike him with something, though. I'm going to run forward and stab him with my rapier.
Okay. Roll to hit.
Okay. Yeah!
Well, you delete him from existence.
Holy crap! I mean... But it's in the bubble pops.
Oh, the bubble. Did the bubble disappear?
Yeah, the bubble's gone. It was a wall of force that was holding you in place.
Holy crap, Alarin!
We did some upgrades, and this is what happens.
Never, ever come near me with that thing. Right,
I retract it.
All right, you guys can see the scuttling creatures still coming after you.
Oh, okay. Hey. Hold on.
I need to find some way to dispel this.
I'm gonna cast Gust of Wind.
You can cast Gust of Wind?
Hell yeah! I learned magic. Straight
Oh.
down the hallway.
Nice.
Wait. Yep, it's a second level spell. So, I still got one of those for the day.
Okay, so you hit them with the gust of wind, and they more or less just kind of slowly start coming your way against the wind. They're not having such a great time of it.
All right. I try to discern
the
what kind of magic this
Tentacles
is that's
disappear.
keeping
So
me at bay.
it actually, the barrier around the crystal does flicker and falter pretty much as soon as you deleted the bishop from existence.
Okay.
So you have access to the crystal.
And this is just a massive power crystal similar to the last one, right?
As you get closer to the thing, you realize this is not one crystal, but it looks like a crystal made from multiple crystals kind of jammed together.
Oops.
It looks like maybe somebody stole their real one, and so they had to make do with something a little bit less effective.
Right. That was probably my doing. Well, since it has more fault lines, let's try see what Shatter does on it.
Oh, that's thinking.
Okay. So you shatter it, and it more or less just turns to dust and crumbles. It doesn't turn to dust, but it crumbles into a pile of
And I
you know,
mean, my
bits of
other thought was to try teleporting it, but I figured that the god wouldn't allow me to do that.
So the moment the tentacles had disappeared, you felt like his control has like kind of dropped. So you could maybe shatter it if you wanted to. Or you could teleport it.
Choices.
Because he is but a whisper in the back of your mind right now.
Do is all encompassing, all universal, God being wants you to do? Or send it somewhere else? Do I have the will to try talking with Vivi? Or.
You can try.
Vivi?
Make a wisdom check.
Okay. No, that's probably not good enough.
I don't think the dead god's going to be really happy.
There's just nothing but silence on the other end.
Okay. What to do? Let's see. Because I can shatter the crystal. The guy said that would just free him outright, right?
Yes.
But it's...
You are compelled to remove it somehow.
Well, I'm going to teleport it back to Zag'noth.
Where? So you're sending it to a random spot in Zag'noth?
Well, no. So the only place I've attuned it to is where the church was.
So you can bring it back to where the church is, the courtyard.
Oh, the courtyard. Yeah, I'll bring it to the courtyard where the wizards are. They'll know what to do with it.
Okay.
Maybe.
So, you touch the obsidian rod to the crystal and press the corresponding, I think it would be a red ring.
Mm-hmm.
And it more or less just turns magenta in your hands. And you, along with the crystal, are kind of ripped from this part of reality.
Whoa!
And flung that direction. Greg.
Oh.
There is a strange tear in space and time behind you. There's a wave of weird skittering horrors coming your direction. There's Big Kahuna to your right. What do you do?
Cahoons, you think you can handle the skitters, or you need my help?
He leaps through the rift.
Well, I guess I've been through portals already once. Didn't end so bad for me last time. What?
All right, and you
Shwoom.
three are kind of flung through weird space and time here, which I will have to bring you over. Boop.
Oh.
And there's a giant crystal that is kind of growing out of the thing. I draw it.
Uh-huh.
But here, I can do it. There you go. I wonder if I can fill it in.
Growing, or is it just sitting there?
No, it's like fused with it now.
No, that's not what
And your rod is definitely a shade more magenta than it was earlier.
Oh.
Oh
Uh-oh.
no.
All those people in my chat who were panicking about this course of action now probably feel a little bit justified.
Well, I was just wanting to find some sort of roundabout way to
Damien!
Oh,
Damien!
Yes.
Did we mess up?
Let's see. So
We got a
so
whole
Damien's
tab real
advice for you was in fact you can teleport it. You pull him out of the bag and it's like, you teleported it. Yay. Oh wait. Maybe oops. Yeah. Let's go with oops.
but we're out of.
Alright, Kahuna. I assume this is probably where you step off.
Might
I
You're
give
free.
him a little, like, salute, and, you want to do a chest bump, or how's this gonna work for you?
I mean, he like kind of bumps your face with the chest, and you just kind of go into him. It's the first bath you've received in days.
Ew.
Last one was when you were when you
Oh,
first
I got
arrived.
squeaky clean.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and then
No,
you got
remember
squeaky
I got-
cleaned.
Yeah,
So you had a
slime.
bath,
Like
then
the
you had a
bleach
power washing,
slimer.
and now you're maybe like halfway clean
I'm
again.
actually the cleanest character in this campaign.
You are, because you have not been through the shit that everybody else has, because you skipped it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we will resolve what happened to the weird like artifacty monolith things, later. But for now, you are far enough away that you both get will saves.
Oh.
Yeah.
Ah.
Oh.
Somebody's got a god living in their head, and it's not a
Oh
Lauren.
my god, no. Greg, no. You're shitting me.
All right.
Oh.
We will resolve all of these things next time. You heard the me. So, I guess we have two characters controlled by Bird. How will Drez react to that? Will he ever be able to recover? No, he won't. He'll just go back to being catatonic and then maybe sometimes a dragon. But apart from that, what will happen about the whole god possession thing? Well, I guess you'll have to find that out on the next episode of Dungeons & Dragons: Grave of Man.